Medical progress has collided with three specific physical boundaries. Despite decades of research, these obstacles have prevented us from curing the majority of complex diseases. The first is biological complexity. Roughly 80. Overcoming these bottlenecks requires a unified strategy. In 2025 and 2026, we are seeing a convergence of three sciences: quantum computing, artificial intelligence, and nanotechnology. By abandoning classical approximations and adopting a framework that operates atom by atom, researchers are beginning to bypass these historical limitations. This shift begins at the atomic level. Quantum computers overcome the limits of classical simulation by explicitly modeling a protein's electronic structure in real time. This allows researchers to calculate the actual physics of molecules as they shift and fold. This precision reveals cryptic pockets, binding sites invisible in static models, that temporarily open as the protein moves. This chart shows how AI interprets that data. By analyzing trajectories, AI detects these expansions and assigns a druggability score, providing a starting point for drug design. This computational power is no longer confined to elite institutions. Cloud-based quantum access has democratized the field, allowing researchers to run these simulations without owning the underlying hardware. By combining quantum physics with AI, scientists can now explore 10 to the 30th theoretical molecules in hours, a process that once took months, turning previously undruggable proteins into solvable targets. Moving from drug design to delivery requires a field called mechanobiology. This is the study of how physical forces regulate cell behavior, which AI now uses to engineer smart nanoparticles. These particles are engineered to float harmlessly through healthy tissue until they encounter a specific mechanical trigger, such as the abnormal pressure found in an optic nerve affected by glaucoma. In cardiovascular health, these nanomaterials target atherosclerotic plaques by responding to the high fluid shear stress found specifically at the shoulders of a vulnerable plaque. When the particle hits that threshold of mechanical stress, the force physically tears the particle open. This releases the medication with 0.2 millimeter precision, exactly where the risk of rupture is highest. Utilizing the physical mechanics of a disease as a trigger allows for high-precision therapy that minimizes the risks associated with traditional systemic treatments. As these treatments become more data-intensive, the infrastructure securing electronic health records and implantable devices must also evolve. To address long-term decryption threats, healthcare providers are adopting post-quantum cryptography, or PQC. PQC is a set of software-based encryption protocols specifically designed to be secure against future quantum computer attacks. For life-critical hardware like pacemakers, systems are adding quantum key distribution, or QKD. QKD is a hardware-based security method that uses the properties of individual light particles to share secret keys. Because QKD relies on the laws of physics, any attempt to intercept the signal physically alters the data. This makes undetected eavesdropping impossible, as the very act of measurement collapses the transmission. By moving away from purely mathematical defenses and toward physical ones, patient data and device controls become resilient against future computational power. We are seeing a complete framework in action. Quantum computing provides the atomic physics, AI orchestrates the data, and nanotechnology provides the physical interface for treatment. This integration is projected to reduce clinical trial failure rates from 90% down to 40%, while new quantum simulations of protein aggregation are identifying intervention points for neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. The pharmaceutical industry is shifting from a model of trial-and-error chemical matching toward a system of proactive, physics-based precision. By dismantling the historical limits of complexity, delivery, and security, this convergence provides the tools to systematically improve the human health span.